What would happen if a one-trick support main decided to play one of the hardest heroes in all of Marvel Rivals? I made a brand new account, locked in Black Panther, and played for 24 hours straight just to prove a point. And let's just say, the results shocked me. Holy bro. And pissed a lot of people off. Yeah, this is gonna be rough. Everyone calls me a one-trick support main, so no one takes my opinion seriously. And people keep saying Black Panther is one of the hardest heroes to play. So I decided, fine, I'll spend one day mastering him and let's see what happens. Oh, and to make this worse, I'm doing it on a fresh account. So no one can say I was boosted, no one can say anything. I started completely from scratch. Before I thought to start a new account, I practiced a lot on my main account. And to be honest with you, there was a lot to learn. Way more than I thought at first, and honestly, I started to get really overwhelmed. Especially when I went into a real game, I learned real quick that people switch immediately to counter you. I was so discouraged that I honestly just had to leave the game. This is gonna be a long day. This is something I never had to think about while playing support. No one swaps to counter me when I play Invisible Woman. So instead of queuing up into another game, I decided to go into the practice range to learn the basic mechanics of Black Panther. And I started to realize why I was so bad at him, because I had no idea what his abilities really even did. I experimented with every single combo, made sure to read all of his abilities. And after quite a while of that, I was feeling so confident I was ready to get back into a real public game. And with my confidence and hopes extremely high, you could only imagine what I felt like when I miserably failed. I was so disappointed because even with all of that practice in the range, it did not correlate to the real game. This is the point where I really wanted to give up because I felt like everyone was countering me. I was already playing him for a few hours at this point, but then I had a great idea. I should look on TikTok for some tips on how to play Black Panther. I spent hours watching videos, studying how to play this character and how to be the best Black Panther I could possibly be. And watching these videos made me realize I shouldn't be discouraged. I just started playing him. He isn't impossible. People can just punish you really, really hard if you make a mistake. And slowly, after learning combos, putting in more hours, watching more TikTok videos, I started doing cleaner combos, surviving longer, and most importantly, my teammates weren't saying, BP, you're completely useless. And you know, that's always a plus, right? So now, at this point, I was about 6 hours deep of playing Black Panther on my main account, and I realized I should probably make an alt account. I didn't want people to think I was boosted. I didn't want to mess up my own rank. I was just not ready to play Black Panther in my lobbies. So when I started this new account, I totally forgot that you have to get to level 15 in order to play ranked. And this became a huge problem. How am I going to have time to get to level 15 and also play ranked? But instead of looking at it negatively, I started taking it as an opportunity. I can practice so much until I'm level 15 until I'm ready to play ranked. And honestly, I started becoming really excited after this because I had such a huge opportunity to just get so much better. And this is where the grind really begins. I'm not going to show you guys every single hour of me just grinding Black Panther and trying to get better, but I am going to show you some really great moments. This is when I started my new account and the other team had no idea what to do against me and my other dives. And even though I wasn't good at all, it was still really fun just to keep them in their spawn. But there was one problem. They would always switch to counters, and to be honest with you, I had no idea how to get around these counters. And I didn't want to switch because I was doing a challenge. And this is where I realized people are totally correct when they say Black Panther has so many counters, because he really does. Mid-dash, I'd get Emma grabbed, I'd get Squirrel Girl trapped, I'd get Earthbound by Thing. And my question is, why do these people peel better in pubs or bronze than they do in my Grandmaster lobbies? If I wanted to survive and not get CC'd, I had to wait for the perfect moment to go in. You guys see that? See how I was starting to get a lot better at this point? This is about halfway through the challenge, and this is when something started to click. I started to understand who I should be targeting, which moves I should use when, etc. So I'm just going to show you guys a little bit of progress from the very beginning to now. This is the first couple hours of me playing Black Panther, and as you can see, I just went in. They literally have a thing that's countering me, and I shouldn't have gone in just like the whole team. Like, what am I doing? And this is about halfway through. I'm understanding who I should target, when I should get out. I'm doing better. But I'm still using my E to mark people when I really should just be using another spear. And after it felt like 24 hours, because it literally was, I finally got to level 15 so I could play ranked. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was very nervous because I truly thought that ranked was gonna be so much harder than pubs. And this is my last chance to prove to everyone that I can play Black Panther. Does Black Panther really need a nerf in season 3.5? This is it. This is my one chance to prove that I can play Black Panther, and I'm literally just selling. How can I prove to any of you that Black Panther isn't as hard as people say if I'm literally losing against bronze players? It's time to lock in. Now that's what I like to see. This is called improvement. And this right here, everyone, is where I started to cook them. They genuinely didn't know what to do. And then someone left on their team. And I know this isn't anything crazy because it is bronze, but hey guys, I put in the time, I learned Black Panther, and honestly, I would love to grind this character. Now this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Did I get good enough at Black Panther to be able to win a bronze game? No way I asked why. Anyways, guys, who's the MVP? Yes, this is bronze, but who's the MVP still? This is the final scoreboard. 13 final hits is pretty good. Safe to say I'm not bronze material, so I wonder what rank I should actually be in while playing Black Panther. Now, I kind of want to give you guys some final thoughts because talking about Black Panther and his nerf is a really touchy subject and people start to get very upset when you talk about it. First thing, is Black Panther one of the hardest characters to play in all of Marvel Rivals? Honestly, probably yeah, but he is not very hard to play in general if you've played a lot of video games. There's abilities, there's combos, it's just like any other video game you've ever played. But it does take more brain power than most of these other characters in Marvel Rivals because usually you just have to aim. Everyone always calls me a no-skill support player for banning Black Panther, and they say there's so many counters to him, you just suck if you ban him. Which I agree and disagree because yes, there are a lot of counters to Black Panther, but that requires a lot of brain power and you have to work with your team. I solo queue, and in my Grandmaster Celestial Eternity lobbies, they do not turn around. They do not care about me. If you're solo queuing and not playing with anyone, it makes sense to ban Black Panther because there are some really good Black Panthers that you will get immediately killed by if you aren't talking with your team. So in conclusion, does Black Panther need a nerf? In my opinion, they should not nerf him more than they are right now. 10 seconds is not that big of a change. Honestly, the biggest problem with Black Panther is his movement speed because there's no other dive characters that can move as quick as he does. There's gonna be a new Luna and Adam Warlock team up, and I think that's honestly good because there needs to be more ways for supports to deal with Black Panther. Because when your teammates don't turn around, it's very difficult to play the game and it honestly just becomes so miserable. But I had a lot of fun learning him. I had a lot of fun playing him. I honestly wasn't expecting to have this much fun on Black Panther. I completely get the appeal now. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Honestly, I would like to grind ranked a little bit more and see maybe how far I can go on Black Panther, maybe get Lord on him, not sure. But I didn't have that much time to do it in this video. That's the only reason I didn't do it. I'm a little lazy, but it's fine. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye!